hello, hello, hello. How are you? How's everybody doing? Ah, okay. Woo. So, as promised, let's talk about the trip. Oh, what a trip. All right, let me do my blood sugar first. Give everybody a chance to show up because, you never know. People could be doing stuff. All right. Oh, what a day. Yeah, I know you poked me. Come on, read a little, will you? Even my blood is tired. It's like, no. Hello. Okay. We're good. All right. So, trip. All right. So we left here Sunday morning. We left a little later than I wanted to. I wanted to be on the road by 7. We didn't get out of here until 9. That's expected. Hubbard's always 2 hours behind. I don't know. It's like he's stuck on some kind of weird time schedule. So we got on the road. We headed out. The first store that we were scheduled to stop at was closed. So we're booking down the street. Now, y'all know me. I drive at like 80, 85 miles an hour. It's just the way I am. So, and we're in the middle of the desert. There's nothing there. It's straight, flat road. So I'm out there. I'm booking. I'm doing about 80, 85. And there's this jackwad going into the hazard lane and passing everything on the right. And I was like, I hate to say this, but he's going to pay for that. And about 20 minutes later, yeah, there he was. Whole front end of his car gone. Turned around in the opposite direction. No other cars involved. At least he only took himself out. But talk about some instant karma. He was walking around, so he was fine. If anything, he was in shock. Otherwise, I would have stopped. Even though he was being a jack, I still would have stopped. Legally, I have to. Both Mike and I are medics. And so legally, we have to stop when we see something like that. But since he was up and moving around, there was no real reason for me to go and stop and screw up traffic even more and then try and get back into traffic and all of that. So we kept going. We went to our first thrift store. It was closed. And I was like, son of a... And then there were some words that followed. Because it was way off the road, too. So we had to go all the way back to where we came off, get back on the highway, and we started down the road. We stopped in Baker and got something to eat, filled up the gas tank. We didn't really need to, but we did it anyway. And then we headed on down the road to Barstow. Got to Barstow, found a thrift store that was open. Most of the vintage shops, antique shops, thrift stores and that type of stuff, most of them were closed. And the ones that were open looked like they were going to take more time than I had at that point. So off we went. And we got to Bakersfield. And it was probably about 3 o'clock on a Sunday. So most things were closed anyway. And so we just kept driving. And I was expecting there to be these little towns. There were supposed to be these little towns. And we were going to stay in one of those little towns. They never occurred. We got off the freeway and it was a very residential area. So we got off the freeway to get to the next, exchange. And it said, go down and turn right. So we turned right and we went down that street. It said, go 16 miles. We went 16 miles. And there was no highway. It said it was a highway, but it wasn't a highway. It was a 2-lane road in the middle of nowhere. And so we traveled that for about 20 miles, 40 miles actually. And then it said make a left. And we go to make a left. And when I went to make a left, the cooler in the backseat of the car decided that it didn't want to be where it was anymore. And, well, we weren't in Pepper. We were in the Troll. And the Troll has leather seats. And the cooler went ass over tea kettle and swamped the backseat in water. Now, I'm expecting to get a big haul while I'm out on this Scaventure, so everything came out of the car, including the towel he had in there. And so he's standing on the side of the road in a very precarious area, like with his hand trying to push water out of the car off the leather seats. And I mean, I don't give a crap. Both cars belong to me, so. But, that's his primary drive. And so he was putting that all. I'm not real worried about it. My daughter does leather working, so she'll come over and clean the seats for us. And it was 98 degrees, so I'm pretty sure it dried out fast. So we kept going, and we ran into this lake, and we had to cross this lake. And I have a thing. I know it's an irrational fear, but I have this irrational fear of bridges. I don't like them. I will drive over them. It's like it's paralyzing, but I have been known to close my eyes while driving over them. Yeah. So, so we drove over this lake, very long bridge over the lake. And then we were on this road that kept doing this. And it was like, oh my God. And then there was like, wah. And I was like, holy crap. And they said it was a 55 mile an hour zone. And I'm telling you, you couldn't do more than 30 on that road. And when we came out, all those little towns didn't exist. I was like, son of a, we were in San Andreas. So we found a hotel. There's only 2 hotels in town. We found a hotel, booked the room, bookings.com, put in the wrong date. The hotel was very gracious about it. They got it all figured out. They gave us the room. Extremely nice people. They checked the room. The guy literally took the keys and went up with us and made sure that the keys worked and that the room was clean and to our satisfaction. And just a really great guy. And then, so I texted Michelle, and she's like, where are you? And I'm like, San Andreas. She's like, no, you're not. It's like, yes, I am. She's like, no, you're not. So we got in the car, and her house was literally from where our hotel was. If we were on the other side, we could see her house from the hotel. So we drove around the corner, and I pulled into her driveway, and I said, come outside. So she came outside, and we were out there. And we hung out for a couple hours, and then we went back to the hotel, and we got up in the morning, went back over to Michelle's. She was over the top. She made us breakfast. She didn't have to. She had lunch prepared for us. We didn't, she didn't need to do that. We stayed until about 2:30 in the afternoon, and then we had to get back on the road. But we got back on the road, and she told us a different way to go home. So we took that route. Unfortunately, it bypassed a couple of big towns where I was going to do some scaventuring. So I missed out on a couple of things. And then we started hitting in Bakersfield. We started hitting some stores and, kind of popping in and out of things and checking out what was going on. And so I will show y'all what I got. It's not a huge haul. Normally, it's fill the car, get home. It's a whole room full of stuff, but not this time. Hi, Miss Janie. Hello, Rudy. So we have some, some stuff. Let's take a look. All right. What do we got? What do we get? Well, I found these boxes, and I thought we can do something with these because they're nice. They're nice size boxes. They are overall, they're about 4 inches by like 2 3/4. and they're about an inch and a quarter deep. So I thought, we can do something with these. So I got some boxes. And I got like 10 of them. So we got those. And then I found this, which is a 9 by 9 inch mulberry scrapbook. And it's in really good shape. It has really nice pages in it. You obviously can open it and put more in here if you want to. It is a hard spine, but you could do some stuff with it. It's got this beautiful mulberry on the front. So I grabbed that. Then I found these. This is parchment deed paper. So it's parchment, but it's very thin, if that makes sense. And there's a couple of different kinds of paper in here. So I was, like, oh, okay, I could do this. So I grabbed that just to see, add some stuff. I found these Raggedy Ann and Andy iron-on transfers from Daisy Kingdom. And they are iron-ons, but there's another way of transferring these onto paper. So we'll do that. I always need more stuff. And then I found these from the Disney store. They're just pillow boxes. But I thought, how cute are they? They had bigger ones, but I wasn't going to pay for them because I wanted like twice the money for them. And they were only about an inch wider. But I thought, how cute is this? Somebody could use that. Like these would make cute journal cards, and that's a nice border. And so I grabbed those. And then in the same store, I found this. I have no idea what it is, but it looked pretty. So I grabbed it. I think this is like one of those build your own kind of things, because you got spring and there's some string in here and there's like all these little shapes and stuff. So I thought, me or somebody else could have fun with that. So I grabbed it. Suppose if you put some holes in there and you use the string, you can make like a little hang up thing with it. I thought that was cute. So I grabbed it. And then we stopped at my goodness, let me get this put away. In California, they charge you 10 cents a bag. So every bag you get costs you a dime. Okay? And all their bags are reusable. So I have all these great plastic bags. So I found this. It's a Scholastic Children's Dictionary. It's really nice as far as like, it's a good size for pages, but it's really good for, it's got like little images on it and stuff. I found this too, and I thought that was cute, so I grabbed it. I looked, they didn't have any more. I was like hoping they had like a bunch of them. But with this one, you can get the signatures out. And if you can take the signatures out, I'm fiercely determined, you can do some really nice, pocket folds with these. So, and they're nice, bright pages. So grab that. So this is from Miss Michelle. She got it for me. Hold on. She got it for me because, I love bees. I don't know why. I'm allergic to them, but I love bees. I found some envelopes in one of the stores. Let's take a look here. Because these are really nice. They're blue. They're this really royal blue. And they're actually blue inside. Usually when you get these, they're white on the inside. So I got them in the blue, and I thought that's cool. What else? What else? What else? What else? I found 2 packs of clear flat backs in 2 different sizes. These are always, fun, and you guys like them, so I grab them. And there was this folk art set of paintbrushes. And, it's a full pack. It's brand new, so I grabbed it. Never know. And then I got, they had these pads, these bitty scrap pads. They're, they're still sealed. But they're real nice colors. Really pretty paper. And I got 2 of them. So I grabbed those. Go with all my other ones. I found this little set of, who's this from? Delta, I think. I don't know. There's a sticker over the top of it. Let me see. If I can take the sticker off, you can see. Yes, Delta. Yes, it's from Delta. You've got a bee, 2 butterflies, and a dragonfly in there. Kind of cute. And then I found this. Now, I've had these before. And I've done pretty good with them. So I grabbed this one. I'm hoping it's all in there. I haven't really looked at it. Let me get this tape off so we can open this sucker. All right. So this one is from Memory Makers, and it is a paper distressing kit. Okay. So there's like a little wheel here. You've got some steel wool. You have different combs. That's a blade in there. You've got brushes and different types of other brushes. You've got different kinds of inks in here. Excuse me. You've got some powders in tan, black, and brown. You have file. So it's the full kit. It's all here. You got your wheel. Here's your bone folder. So it's all there. All the pieces and parts are in there. And if we take this part out, get some more files here. Yep. There is your sheets of sandpaper for distressing. Aging dye, so you can age paper. So it's it's just a little distressing kit. I've done really good with these in the past as far as like people wanting them and going, that's cool. So I found that. I always take my own shopping bags with me because they're easier to work with than plastic in the car, and I don't like all that crinkling sound, so All right, so what else did we get? Well, we went to Humane Society thrift store, and I found 2 different versions of the little Golden Book picture dictionary. They're both modern, but they're in really good shape. They're both in really good shape. They're not written in or anything, so that's cool. Then I found colors are nice. This one is an older, and it's, it's a little beat up. Pages are folded, but there's no real writing in it, which is good. I found this one, Mickey and the Beanstalk. That's a popular one. Again, no real writing in it or anything, so it's workable. I have Mickey Mouse Heads for the Sky. This one's a fun one. But there's a lot of Mickey Mouse fans out there. And to be honest, this spine isn't even broken in the front. There we go. I broke it. So it's got all the best characters. This one, Mickey Mouse and the Great Lot Plot. Now, this one's a little, it's a little beat up, okay? And I'll tell you why. Because this one page is not cut properly. Like they didn't trim it off proper. And so it kind of got messed up. And then some of the other pages are the same. See what I mean? You can see where they're not cut properly. But it's still a great little book. It doesn't have a lot of damage in it. It's got a little bit of water damage, but other than that, it's in a great shape. And Mickey and Those Were the Days. This one, again, this one is actually very old. This one's an older one. This one's older. This one's older. This one is older. Nope, that one's new. Newer, older, older. These two are older. These are from like the 70s. But it's really cute. And so I got a bunch of those, and I thought that was a good plan. And then I found this one, Walt Disney's Winnie the Pooh and Tigger 2. And I love these end pages, right? So it's got some great images in it and stuff. And I'm going to pull it, see if I can take it apart, and maybe use it like a little golden book. And then I found this little golden book, Martha's House. This is one of the tiny ones, you know, the first ones that you get for kids. Just cute images. And I thought this would be a really cute little book. And there's no writing in it. You know, this will come off with a little alcohol, and we'll get this opened up and make a small book out of it. What else? Oh, we're still working the same bag. Here we go. I found these. They're like dividers. But they're made out of chipboard. And I thought, how cute. How stinking cute are those? Maybe we can find something to do with them, or somebody can. Should I grab it? What the heck? And then I found these 4x6 adhesive magnets. Everybody's always looking for magnets. Got those. And I found this. Why tape? Why tape, people? Why do you put tape on things? Do you not realize what it does? Okay. Traditional recipe traditions. It's all about family and tradition. Cooking is just another way to show love. This is from Susan Branch. And it is literally still all here. All the paper's in here. The cards are in here. All of the stickers are in. So you have like 3 or 4 sticker sheets here. You've got some chipboard stuff. And then you have like recipe sheets. Look at all these pages. For somebody who wants to do a recipe journal. Oh my. And then you've got like all of these slots. They're open at the top, and you can put the recipe cards in them. Then back here, you've got all your dividers, and they all have pockets too. And I thought, that is stinking adorable. So I grabbed that. Anything else in that bag? Nope. All right. So get rid of this one. All right, what else? Okay, And then we went to this really super hoity-toity one. Really overpriced, I'll be honest. Really, really, really overpriced. And it's a bunch of older ladies that run it. It's the Assistants League. And I have to tell you, I've been to quite a few Assistants Leagues, and I think they're all pretty much the same. Everything's overpriced. The people that run it, the ladies that run it are a little weird. They had 2 people to run 1 cash register. 1 person to look at your items and give the price to the other one, and the other one to ring it up, and then they double check it. It's ridiculous. But the thing that got me is like, we're in there and we're looking. And I went over and I reached over and I looked at something. I turned it like that so I could see it. And as soon as I took my hand off of it, one of them ran over and turned it back the other way. I was like, oh. And then the customers were just as bad. I was sitting there looking at the kids' books, and this older lady, probably in her late 60s to 70s, comes over and she walks right in front of me and stands there. Like, these are mine. I told Hubby, I said, we need to get out of here. I found this thread. I liked it, so I grabbed it because it has like a gold tint to it. Let me see if we can get it out of the bag, and then we'll be able to actually see it. It's like a really silky, and it has like this. There, you can see it's like got gold running through it, but it's really cute, and I thought it would be cute in, because apparently I thought I was getting out of the fiber game, but apparently I'm not. Apparently I'm not allowed. They did have, those books that I love that have like the front page newspapers. They had one, and it was New York Times, and I was like, that's cool, because I got the Chicago Tribune, I got the LA Times. Excuse me, I've never gotten the New York Times. So I was going to get the New York Times, but I paid $5 a piece for those online, and they wanted $15 for it. I was like, you're smoking dope. Hey, Steffi. Hi, Mari. So I found this, The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. It is in fabulous condition, and we do have a Winnie the Pooh journal coming up. So, I thought, we've got lots and lots of stuff here that we can work with. So I grabbed that. And then they had all of this Red Hat Society. I have a lot of Red Hat Society stuff, and I see I've recently listed it in the shop, and it's selling pretty good. So I wanted to grab more, so I got those. And to be honest, that was it for thrift stores. Like, that was it for thrift stores. There was not a lot out there. Usually, when I go on the road, I make back at least my gas money. I didn't. Oh, wait, I did find this. Hide This Italian Phrase Book. So it gives you all the basics. And then it's, getting around. Money, hotels, food, drinks, having some fun, sports, making friends, all that kind of stuff. And then at the back, there's like a tech talk section, but it's got some not so nice words in it. But I like the size of it, and that's why I grabbed it. Okay. So, other than the 6-foot cat in the hat, that was it for thrift stores. We pulled into a thrift store, and in the window, they had a 6-foot tall cat in the hat with the fish in the bowl. Now, I have a tattoo on my leg, which is the cat's, it's the hat with the fish bowl perilously dangling at the top of it. I love the cat and hat. I am the cat. He is the fish. My children are all of my favorite things. Matter of fact, my grandkids, at one point, all my kids had them. They all had shirts. Thing 1, thing 2, thing 3, thing 4, thing 5. They're all my favorite things. And so it was in the window, and we went in, and there was a guy who was like, "Hi, welcome in." And Mike immediately looks at him and goes, "How much for the cat in the hat?" And the guy goes, "Oh, it's decoration. We're not selling it." He's like, "Okay, are you sure?" He's like, "Yeah." So we meander around the store for a few minutes. We're talking about the cat in the hat. He's like, "I'm sorry, baby, I couldn't get it for you." I was like, "It's okay." So a little while later, Mike looks at him and he goes, "Are you really sure about that cat in the hat?" And he's like, yeah, I'm really sure. It's just decoration." And we went, "All right, fine." So we're getting ready to check out. And I was looking through the cards because that's where I found this. And so I wanted to look to see if there were any more in the stack. And while I'm looking through it, the guy comes out and he goes, "Well, I talked to the manager and they said you can have it." And Mike was like, "Well, okay, how much?" And they were like, $2.99. And Mike was like, "Sold, package that." I was like, "Get in the car." So I have a 6-foot tall cat in a hat now. It's a cardboard. So then I found, we stopped to get something to drink and to fill the cooler with ice. And, my warehouse here doesn't carry craft supplies anymore. I found another one there, and it does. So I've got jelly pens in the silver, the gold, the white, and the black. I have these, they're stickers, and they're letter tiles. I've had something similar in the past, and it wasn't a good seller, but this one's like, it's different because they're all different colors and stuff. So I thought maybe those would be okay. Put those in the shop. This is a glue marker. So it's like a glue pen. Got some of those to put in the shop. There's another one. Oh, I got a new one of these for me. There's another one of those glue pens. And another glue pen. All right, what else do we have in here? More glue pens. Hold on. I know there's more stuff than glue pens in here. I know, I bought more than glue pens. I know, because I got a hell of a receipt. All right, there. Yeah, we got some of these. Here's some of these. Now, these, I have the little ones, the short ones that I carry in the shop. And I found tall ones, and I was like, oh my God, I've never seen the tall ones, so I grabbed those. I have some more of those. What else is in here? Yep, more of those. I got like a plethora of them. Hold on, I'll find something else. Yeah, it's gonna go on the wall over there, here in the corner. Um, Actually, I have a Cat in the Hat saying on the wall. And it's behind me on the wall over here, and it says, "Today you are you. That is truer than true, because no one alive is youer than you." And it's one of my favorite Cat in the Hat quotes. So I'm gonna put it. I always got to put it right up next to it. So now I found some bone folders, double sets. Those always sell well in the shop. Oh, wait, there's lots of those. Wait, there's more of these. Bat bottles. What else? So then, I found some of the ultra fine tip applicator bottles for glue. I got a bunch of those to put in the shop. I found various fairy doors, and some of them, like this one, this one, actually open. The rest of them don't. But but I found those, and they're going to go in the shop. Lots more. Somebody be putting those in the shop. And then I found myself some ladybugs. And we all know that, I use those on the regular. More applicator bottles. Okay, so let me put all this stuff back in the bag. So, so I've got some wood fairy doors. I'm going to put them in the sale, the June sale first. But then I'm going to put them in the shop because I always offer it to you guys first. And I'll be honest, that's the sum total. That was the sum total of my haul. Southern California, not great for Scaventure. At least not the area that I went to. I know that there's a creative reuse in San Diego. I know there's a creative reuse in San Francisco. So I know there's potential, but not today. So, here's this is what I went, other than to give her a hug, I went to pick these up because she was unable to scan. And these are ink jelly prints. And these are what we have been waiting for because these aren't the final ones. I'm just showing you guys the tests. The final ones I won't show you until they're available. But they will be available shortly. And what this is going to be is vintage cello tape. So I'm not going to show you the originals that we picked. But there is going to be a whole video on it, and these are going to be available within the next day or two. So that's it, guys. That was my whole trip. It wasn't a whole lot, but it was fun. Hubbard and I had a great time. And I just got to see Michelle, and we had a really nice visit. And I met her husband, very nice man. I know she'll tell me that he was, he was behaving himself. But, and I got these really fantastic crackers. She did. She gave me these fantastic crackers. I love them. They are nummy. And they're really good with a little bit of lunch meat on them. And that's everything, guys. That was it. That was the whole trip. Except for the hair and my food coming home. But if you're in my Facebook group, you already know about that. So that's it. That's all I have until I see you again. Check out, don't forget to subscribe. Check out my community tab and my Facebook group. Go on over to my Ko-Fi, pick up some free digitals. Maybe hit my Patreon. If I haven't offended you, give me a thumb. Until I see you again, stay inside, stay hydrated, and stay well, my friends. I love you guys. Bye. Yes. Of the book, are you going to give the answer to the questions? Yes, I will. Yes, I will. All right. Laters.